So today we're going to install the Camco bumper tote carrier, and basically what that is for is so you can carry this big thing right here around without having to actually hang it on your ladder or throw it in the back of your truck. And I will tell you, if you hang it on the back of your RV ladder, after a while of bouncing around, it does do some damage and it really starts to beat on those ladders. So I want to try to get this on the bumper, have it a lot more secure, and also have more room in the RV for stuff, and also have more room in the back of my truck for stuff as we start pulling this new travel trailer around. So today I'm going to show you how to do that. So first is the prep, and I will tell you I've already got one side of the legs on. I'm going to show you the second leg and then actually putting the tote down in there. But for the prep, you will need a socket wrench with a 10mm hex bolt on the end, and basically it can be, I've got the long here, I think that would probably work better, but a short would be fine too. And what you're going to have are these plates here, and what's going to happen is this plate is actually going to set on the bottom of your RV bumper, and you're going to tighten this down to it, and then you're also going to do the same thing in the front end while putting the leg through here. So in the end, and I'll show you a leg here, it's going to look something pretty much like this. So, and that right there will get it all good, tight and secure, and then you're going to actually set your tote down in this, and then they provide these straps right here, which are some cheap straps, but they still provide them to actually be able to secure it down. I'll probably end up getting my own straps for that, but that is kind of the concept to get started. So now I will go ahead, since I've already got this first one on here, I'll go ahead and put this second one on. And I will say, I will give a kudos to Camco, because I went to install these and one of these brackets right here actually broke, and they were really cool. They sent me actually sent me 2 new brackets within just a couple of days I had them here. So good customer service, and you don't get a whole lot of that anymore, so that is really nice to see. So basically that's all you're going to do. Throw that on there like that, and this really is a very easy install. So they got these little lock nuts here. Turn them the right way, and they do get kind of tight on here. And now I'm just going to tighten this down, and I'll speed through this because I'm sure you just don't want to see me tightening a bolt, and then we'll get started on the major install over here. Okay, so now I've got the bracket ready, as you see here. So what I'm going to do is slide this up behind the bumper. Try to get it as straight as I can. I'm going to take the bar here. And you can tell the way that these go based by these little brackets. These will be to the front because that's what it's going to tie into. So then I'm just going to slide this through. And my bumper is back a little bit, so I do got to kind of play with this to get it in here. Yours may be the same, or yours may be better and more open. But basically, you just want to get the back to clip over just like it just did right there. Slide it all the way back. So now basically you got this holding this in here, and then you're just going to snug this down just a little bit. So now I'm just going to tighten this down some to hold it in here just enough to where I can actually put the tote in here, and then start to adjust it and get it where I want to finish it up at. And because your bit does have to go up in there a little bit further, that's why I do suggest the longer bit for these, because it can be a hassle sometimes to finish these off, especially the ones in the back here. So now I have that pretty snug. Probably have to unloosen it a little bit to adjust it, but I'm actually going to set the tote in here now. Well, and I might have this thing pretty good. You just want to kind of balance out that weight. And again, this thing's going to be snugged down some anyway, so that looks pretty good. I'll lift this up and kind of show you. That's what it's going to look like on here. And you see it does have some breathing room back there. So then I'm going to take the two tie downs and put them on here, and this thing should be good to go. I have to tighten it up a little bit, but as you see, a pretty easy install. So the hardest part is just, like I said, we've got a bigger tote, so the hardest part is lifting this thing up on here. And then also, if you got the wheels, the 4 wheels, so this will roll, I do suggest taking this off, because these straps that they send will not fit around it. So now after you get the legs set apart like you want to, and what I did on mine was I just took them to where they pushed out against the wheels. I kind of loosened them up and adjusted. Basically I just adjusted the side that I just installed. Then I'm going to put on the straps, and what I have figured out is that these straps are two different lengths. So they've got one that's really long to go around the top, and then they've got one that's a little bit shorter to go around the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and start tightening this up some. And as you see there, I've got that in there. Again, for me, I would still probably much rather have some sort of ratcheting strap or something. I just think that that would be a whole lot better, and you could get it a lot tighter than one of these little pull straps. You got this shorter one that goes around the bottom, and I'll throw this thing over, and hopefully this one will reach a lot better down here than it did on the top, and it does, so that's a good thing. But I still will say I do not like these straps, and I would not recommend using these straps. I would definitely recommend going to get, and you see it really just pulled it in good right there, but I would still highly recommend going to get some ratcheting straps that are going to work a whole lot better for this. So overall, this is a very easy install. It probably took me 30 minutes to do this by myself, and I will show you one good walk around thing of it here. You can kind of see what it looks like, and pretty much this thing is ready to go. All right, so here real quickly before the sun sets on us, I will show you. So there is the first bracket. You can get a good view of it. Over there is the second bracket. I hope that's showing up okay. You see how the legs are kind of positioned here with the wheels, same thing on each side. And once you start tightening these straps up, it does pull it in. And also you see it does still leave a little bit of space right there. There's not a lot of light back there, but there is some. And you know, hopefully this won't pop back against the rig too awful much, but if it does, then I'll just put a little pad or something there, so not a big deal. But overall, I really like this product, and I think it's going to help out with some room. And again, the customer service at Camco was very good.